Hi everyone, welcome back to Swiss Home Garden, Chitra here. In this video, I will be taking you through a garden tour in the month of September and also a little bit of the harvesting season that we have in the beginning of autumn. Let's begin the tour. Let's begin the tour from the front yard. This is the pawpaw tree, and this year we have 3 such fruits. Last year also we had a few fruits, but they never really ripened and they did fall off. They are not yet ready for harvest. The fruits are still quite firm. They are slowly turning yellow. And they will be ready for harvest end of September or the beginning of October. You can see that the leaves are actually turning to autumn. We intend to make this plant grow taller instead of growing sidewards. So we will be trimming down this excess of branches which are growing down. This will help it to grow tall. Let's move on further. This here is the wild horseradish. We didn't actually plant them. They came all on their own, and one of our neighbors actually recognized this bush here. These wild horseradishes will be ready for harvest beginning of autumn. So I think we will be soon harvesting them, probably in the beginning of October. These are the hazelnut bushes. We trimmed them a lot, so this year we have no fruits from these bushes. These are blueberry bushes. As you can see, it's already autumn. We have been experiencing actually quite low temperatures for the past few weeks. This was the zucchini plant which we had planted on our raised bed, and we have 2 big zucchinis. We have been harvesting in the past few weeks a few smaller ones. But since I wasn't at home, my husband let these zucchinis grow a little bit bigger, and these can be stored well into winter. This is our string beans, and this is very close to the stream. This was the land we extended towards the stream. And as you can see, we are still harvesting quite a lot of beans there. My husband was also harvesting these beans in my absence. I was away for a couple of weeks in the US and I just got back. And now we see a big cluster of beans. He said he has been cooking regularly, and I've frozen a few kilos for the winter months just before I left. In this patch, we had planted some beetroots and celery, and this is just 1 lettuce left. So we decided to harvest a couple of beetroots. If we leave them a little bit longer, they will get stone hard. In this patch, just close to the greenhouse, we planted some snack radishes, and we are right now harvesting. Actually, the weather has been very cold during the night. Autumn has already set in. Some more large-sized zucchinis. The reason I let them grow is because we didn't have much of a harvest, and these do keep well. We have also harvested a couple of these melons. I don't think they will get bigger or more riper. And this is the second butternut squash we are harvesting. It's not grown so big, but we decided to harvest it because there were some cracks on the butternut squash. And a few more butternut squash over here. This was the only beans which has survived towards the stream. This is very close to the butternut squash and the other bushes. A few of our early autumn strawberries. It's not much of a yield now, but it seems we are regularly harvesting a few. The peak season is long back over, and I have already posted a jam and an ice cream recipe a couple of months back. This here is a couple of broccolis. I will be harvesting them soon. This bush you see over here is sea buckthorn berry bush, and they are really very ripe and they are ready to be harvested. You can actually smell the ripeness of the fruit just when you walk by this part of the garden. While you're harvesting these berries, it's good to wear a thick gloves because the thorns are really big and you can injure yourself. I will be posting a few recipes with the sea buckthorn berries. Stay tuned for the new videos coming up on these recipes. On this day, we could only harvest a few of the berries because there was a lot more. There were 3 full bushes and they were really laden up with a lot of berries. These are some of the tomatoes from the temporary tomato house. Actually, we didn't have such a great harvest this year, but we are regularly harvesting something. I don't think I can preserve anything for the winter months. The greenhouse has grown to become a wild tropical jungle. We had planted a lot of plants, but it seems the bottle gourd has really overtaken the whole greenhouse. We have already harvested a few of the squash, and there you see one of them. Looks like this is one of the most productive creepers. So next year, if the weather permits, we plan to plant it outside the greenhouse because they can really produce up to 50 fruits if we let them and if the weather conditions are right. These are our first bitter melons and we just have a couple of them. And here is an eggplant. We have actually a few more eggplants which we have already harvested. These big leaves are all from the bottle gourd. Moving on to the other side of the greenhouse, there you see some wild Swiss chard, and below on the ground these smaller creepers are actually sweet potatoes. On this day we did cut off some of the branches from this bottle gourd creeper because they were really overpowering everything and there was not enough sunlight inside for the other plants. Just over there are some bell peppers which we will be harvesting. It's not so much anymore. The peak of the season is over. And this side are the snack peppers. Initially I thought that they were very spicy, but they don't seem to be spicy. They are kind of sweetish, so they can be eaten as a snack with a dip. We thought we will harvest a few of them. I think there are a few more at the back, and there are also some chili plants somewhere hidden amongst this jungle. And we did harvest a couple of them. I don't think they're that spicy. They're quite huge. The weather forecast was about 4 degrees. It was dropping every day and we thought it was wise to bring in the curry plants into the greenhouse. We have 2 curry plants. This was all our harvest from this day and there were a couple of more oversized zucchinis into this batch. With this, I end my tour and video. Stay tuned for the recipes I will be posting with sea buckthorn berries. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. I post one new video every week on food from scratch, Swiss country living, and our gardening experiences. Kindly hit that bell button to receive notifications for the latest videos I've uploaded. Until next time, bye bye.